First impressions are everything in this life, so how does a PSVR2 woo me? I'll cut to the chase here. It is a great piece of kit. Expensive, but if you're a VR fan, then it's definitely worth it. Let's start with the pros and go to the cons. Pros, it's just so much more immersive. I think it's 4K now, but the graphics look way better. Everything looks better. Unlike the PSVR1, it definitely feels like you're not looking through a pair of goggles, you know what I mean? It does feel a bit more, I don't know, it just seems more seamless. It's so easy to set up. I was surprised. When it just said plug it in, I was like, what do you mean? What about the camera and the box and all this stuff? Nope, just literally boop, and there you go. Obviously, you've got to connect the controllers and all that stuff, but when it comes to setup, my god, is it easy. And speaking of easy, it's so easy to just play a game. Half the reason I stopped playing my PSVR1 kind of recently was because it was just so much effort to set up and, you know, get in position and got to stand up and move the camera, blah, 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 blah. All that's been eliminated. Also, the controllers feel great. There's haptic feedback. They feel just really cool to hold. They feel like an actual controller. The headset vibrates. Also a pro, on the headset, there's a button that you can press and you can actually see what you're doing now. So if your phone goes off, you can quickly just go, oh, okay, beep, boop. So cons, the headphones aren't incredible, but they do the job. They are decent, but considering we have like, you know, 3D audio and whatever, I understand why people are a bit disappointed with that. But I suppose you could just buy the PlayStation headset and then connect it, so there is that as well. The other con is that it is wireless still. It's worse than this because at least with this, it kind of goes down here. It's at the front and it kind of gets in the way. It is kind of annoying, to be honest. Also, regarding the cable, no one's mentioned this, I swear, in any like previews I've seen or any like, kind of first impressions. The cable which goes into the headset and then into the PlayStation is at the front here, right? Every time I pulled back the headband to put it on at first, it kept pulling it out. So you have got to be a little bit careful and don't pull that out. So this con might not apply to you, but it applies to me because of my weird room and setup currently. But because there's no camera now and it basically just judges it from, you know, where the controllers are, it scans the room so it knows if, you know, your couch is down below and your walls are there. It doesn't want you to bump into anything. Now, I've got an L-shaped couch. I like to go in the corner of that couch and move around. But because it's identified that as, you know, an obstacle, I put my hand out like that and it keeps saying I'm in the red zone. And there is no way to disable this. So the Horizon game that's just come out, it just doesn't work for my current setup where I want to stand. Not to mention on that particular game, on the sitting mode, for some reason, the boundary is so small. It wants you to pull a bow back, but when you do that, it says, oh, you're out the range. So how am I supposed to play the game then? You can't even play it sitting down, I guess. I have no idea. It didn't do that for Moss Book 2 though, so I'm guessing it varies from game to game. I haven't played enough games to give a full rundown yet, and I plan on doing that in the future, but these are my first impressions, so, you know. But aside from that gripe with Horizon, I'm sure there's probably a way to figure it out and make it better for me. I'm really happy with it. I think it's great. I'm so excited to play more stuff. I've only played for a few hours, but already I'm just like, oh, I want to play more. And obviously that's a good sign, of course. When it comes to software, it's got a pretty good lineup, to be honest. Albeit some of them are PS1 games which have been upgraded, but I don't mind because I love Pistol Whip. Incredible game. Definitely buy that one. Tetris Effect, amazing. Res, one of my favorite games of all time, and the PSVR2 version, oh, it's the best one. That was actually the first game that I played. Thumper, another rhythm game, and you can sit down and play that one. Moss 1 and 2, definitely check those out. And the Horizon game is pretty good so far. It's pretty immersive, graphics are great, and I do want to play more of it, so I will get around to playing some more games soon, but I'm just a man. I have got a life and a job and all this stuff, so when I have got time, I will let you know and I'll give you an update. But that's my first impressions on the PSVR2. Have you got one? Are you interested in getting one? Is it too pricey? What do you think? Leave a comment down below and I'll see you in the next video.